Beer time. Wow. Oh, I had to do all sorts of advanced prep for this one. Man. First off, I'm drinking a special stout that's from Big Tall Paul. From Tenuta's Deli, way up there in Kenosha. This is a 2022 Eclipse barrel-aged Imperial Stout. And it says BT on there. Imperial Stout aged in Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey barrels. A pint, 0.9 fluid ounces, so a little bit more than a pint. And the standard warning about tightrope walking while drunk and pregnant, not recommended. And, oh, it looks like there's a legend. There's a legend in tiny, tiny text. Let's hope this brings it out. Okay. Now in its 16th vintage, 2022 Eclipse is our rich Imperial Stout, aged to perfection in whiskey and spirit barrels. All Eclipse starts with the same base beer, bringing hints of dark chocolate, espresso, and a smooth complexity, with each barrel treatment delivering its own unique character after a minimum of 100 days of aging. BT is aged in Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey barrels. 14.3% alcohol by volume. Wow. Wow. I don't know what that shape is supposed to be. I'm going to see if it's got a brew location. Proudly brewed and bottled by FiftyFifty Brewing Company in Truckee, California. Okay. So, outstanding. I love a beer with a legend. What was all the advanced prep I had to do? Look at this layer of wax on this thing. So I had to like chip away a spot just so I can get an opener in there. So here, you guys take a look at the bottle. It's pretty cool. On the video, this is looking a little bit brown, but in person, it looks a little more purple. And, there's a sunburst coming out from that dark hole there in the center. Very nice bottle art. Very nicely presented. I don't even want to know how much this costs. I don't even want to know. I stopped asking Big Tall Paul to wowzers. I want to make sure I get all of this loose wax off the neck. I don't want that floating in the beer. Okay. There we go. So, what are we going to drink it out of? Well, it's a little bit more than a pint, so we need something that's a little bit more than a pint. So why not one of the Czechoslovakian pints, which I refer to them as pint glasses, but they're not pint glasses. This is what they serve as a unit of beer. I believe it's 0.5 liters. So, to me, that's a pint. So, alrighty, we're pouring, baby, and we're going to take a look at it while it's pouring because it is dark, and it is thick, and it is rich. This is an Imperial Stout. You can tell. Oh, it's so pretty. There is a bit of sediment on the bottom of the bottle. I didn't see any come out while I was pouring, but that just means it's probably part of the natural part of the beer, and some of it's settled out. So let's give it a sniffing glass, huh? Wow, there's a lot of whiskey to this. There is a lot of whiskey to this. It's also 14.8%. I mean, that's like having a shot in your beer, you know? So, let me see if I can get any distinct odors besides all that whiskey alcohol. I get the chocolate. I'm not getting the coffee, but I do get the grossed off of the grains. That smell, that wood smoke smell, if you will. So, all right, let's go in, kids. Let's go in. Thank God I had that cottage pie before this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to make it up the stairs out of the basement. All right, 14.8%. Wow. That's like pancake syrup. Wow. It is so good. It is so tasty. But it has so much flavor. So much. The cocoa is warring with the whiskey in my mouth. I do love a whiskey barrel aged beer. I really do. I'm going back in. I get the espresso as a flavor on the tongue after I've already swallowed. The cocoa's right in there. The whiskey, right in there, you know. That is part of the liquid. It's part, you know, as long as there's liquid in your mouth, those two flavors are present. The coffee comes in after those two bully their way through. So I'm going back in. It's a sweet beer. There's a lot of sugar to it. The cocoa, the coffee, it's all there. It's all present in the swallows. It says that all of these beers, these Eclipse beers, start with the same base beer, and then they get characteristics from the barrels that they're aged in. And this one this year was straight bourbon whiskey barrels. So, which is different from just straight whiskey or Irish whiskey. It's a different treatment of the post-distill product. So has a profound effect on flavor, color, all of that stuff. So I can see that it would have the same kind of effect on a beer. 100 days in a freshly tapped whiskey barrel. 100 days. That's there's a lot of leftover whiskey in that barrel, in the wood, and it will come out to the beer. It will try to even itself out to the liquid that's in there. So I'm sure it's imparting some of its whiskey into these brews, and they're delicious. This is a delicious beer. It is a one and done beer, though. This is a flavor bomb. This is delicious, but yes, a flavor bomb. So going back in. If you are an Imperial Stout fan and you happen to come across one of these and it's in your budget, get it. That's an amazing beer. the BT Eclipse series. Barrel-aged Imperial Stouts. Nice. Nice stuff. I am going to finish that down here in the brew room, happily. And, let me answer the questions. If I saw it in the store, would I pick it up? Yes. But more likely as a gift. Because if what I suspect is true, this is far too much money to spend on myself. So, someone else spending it on me, well, what can I say? I am gorgeous. So, if someone handed me one of these at a party, I would be impressed. I would insist that we share it. This is far too much beer for me. Or me alone, I should say. Am I not going to finish it? Oh, I'm going to finish it. Will I be in any shape to climb up the stairs out of the basement? I hope so. But let's hope I don't stop at that exercise bike on the way by, because that is not smart to do. As said on one of these government warnings, do not drive an exercise bike while drunk and pregnant. And I'm got a belly big enough to show that I'm pregnant. Whatever. Anyway, I will see you guys next time I have a beer to share. If you liked what I did here, in the meantime, you could hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, you could subscribe. And if you really, really liked what I did and you want to be right on the cutting edge of when I post these videos, hit that notification bell down there. If you want to talk to me about this beer or any beer you yourself have tried that you think might compare to the Eclipse, please make use of the comment section down below. So, thanks folks. I'll see you next time I got a beer to share.